I've been working remotely for 7 years, and I created a free training teaching you how to get hired as a remote developer. Unlock it for free in the description. Before we finish our lesson about loops, you need to know that we have some keywords that can help you to control the execution flow of a loop. Any loop, while, for, nested loop, combining both, anyway. And not just this type of flow, because these keywords you can use to control the flow of your application itself. Alright, in any part of your code you can use these keywords. You are going to understand how they work. I'm going to apply them in the loops. Alright, some of them are more often used in loops, but you can also use these keywords in conditions and any type of logic flow that you need to control the execution. You're going to understand when we apply this. So the first keyword that I want to show you is the break keyword, right? The break keyword immediately breaks the flow. All right. For example, let's put a condition here that simulates one topic that is forbidden to study. All right. For example, Ruby. Let's pretend that Ruby is forbidden. Studying Ruby is forbidden. So instead of only printing the subjects, we are going to validate if subject is equals to Ruby, then we are going to break. Right, this is the keyword. What happens here? It is going to immediately break the execution. Immediately stop the execution. We are going to see that Ruby is like in the middle of the items that are going to be accessed, right? So it is going to run here, 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 and here normally. But when it finds this position, it is going to stop our loop. So let's run and see what happens. And we can see that we have printed Python, Java, C#, but on Wednesday we only have COBOL. We don't have Ruby. Why do we have the other topics? Because we are using a nested loop, right? So we have this loop right here, and this loop, when it finds Ruby, it breaks. If we had like another languages here, for example, Go, Delphi, you're gonna see that the output is going to be the same, right? We can see here that on Wednesday only prints COBOL. Okay, so that's how the break keyword works. In this case, we could see the other languages because of the nested loop. So this loop was affected by the break keyword, but this outer loop was not. The other situation here is, what if we didn't want to break the loop, but we want to alert that this language is forbidden. For example, we could just print here, remember that Ruby is forbidden. I think that's how you write it. And instead of using the keyword break, I could use the keyword pass. Okay, pass is just a placeholder. just a placeholder. This keyword itself don't do anything. It's just a placeholder to say that we could control the flow here. This is like a attention point in my flow, and that's why we are printing this log here. Remember that Ruby is forbidden, but we are not going to do anything. We're not going to interfere in the flow itself. Okay, so let's run and see that now it prints the other languages of this session, of this list normally. Ruby, Go, Delphi normally. All right, but we have the alert here in front of Ruby saying that it's forbidding. Okay, or we could do anything we want inside of this part. In this case, we can see that we have printed. Remember that Ruby is forbidden, but we have also printed Ruby. What if I wanted to just to print the alert instead of printing Ruby? I could use the keyword continue, all right? Because when we reach this point, pass is going to do what that part will do and just follow the normal execution flow. But continue is not. Continue is like going to skip what that specific repetition will do, but continue the others, you know? So let's see here what will happen. Python loops. Let's see what happens here. We can see COBOL. The alert. Remember that Ruby is forbidden. And instead of printing the Ruby subject, it is going to skip what is inside of this repetition and it's going to the next repetition. Okay, we can debug to see this happening in real time. So let's add a breakpoint here in our inner loop. Let's run with our debugger. I'm gonna click here, run and debug, and let's follow the step-by-step execution to prove the role of each keyword. All right, so with continue, gets the subject, checks if the subject is Ruby. If it's not, just print the subject. In this case, as the subject is Python, this block right here is not going to be executed. Let's keep going. Python, okay. Java, okay. C#, okay. So the first line printed successfully. Let's go to the second line. Now we are not on Monday anymore. Now we are on Wednesday. Let's get the subject. Let's check if it's Ruby. It's not. It's COBOL. So it's going to print. Now let's check if it's Ruby. In this case, it is Ruby. Let's see what's going to happen. We're going to print that Ruby is forbidden. And then we are going to continue, right? Let's see what happens when we execute the continue keyword. It is going to jump immediately to the next execution to get the next subject. That in this case is Go. All right, so this line right here that would print Ruby if we didn't have the continue was skipped. Okay, let's stop our debugging and let's change this continue to pass. We are going to see what happens when we run using the pass keyword. All right, let's cut the explanation because we already saw what is going to happen in the first line. Let's go to our second line. Alright, we are on Wednesday. First subject is not going to fall in this scenario. It's not going to enter this scenario because it's COBOL. But now we are in this scenario because it's Ruby. Let's see what happens. Print, remember that Ruby is forbidden, and pass. Same thing as not having a keyword. Just went to the next line, okay? And printed Ruby. Alright? And to finish the demonstration, let's break. You're going to see now that break is literally going to interrupt the repetitions. It's going to stop that repetition, and is going to finish the execution of that loop. In this case, as we are using nested loops and we are in the inner loop, it is going to finish the execution of the inner loop. But we know that it is going to go back to the outer loop, and this outer loop is going to make the inner loop run again with the next day. All right? So let's demonstrate what happens with break. Now Ruby, not Ruby, now it is going to be Ruby, right? Let's see. Subject's Ruby. Yes, it is. So print, remember that Ruby is forbidden, and break. Let's see what happens. Immediately stops executing this loop, right? We can prove this because Wednesday we have COBOL, Ruby, then we have Go and Delphi. I don't know how to spell it, but anyway. So if we find Ruby, we literally stopped processing the other values. This proves that the break literally breaks the loop. All right. Again, we are only going to get back to that loop because we have a nested loop, one loop inside of the other. And even going back to that loop, we are going to iterate over this day, not this day. So our final result is not going to have every programming language that is on the schedule. All right. We have on Wednesday, we have only COBOL. So these are the keywords that you can use to control the execution of your loops. Most developers have no idea how to get hired remotely. I made a free training showing you the exact steps. Unlock it for free in the description.